Half of the appeal of Princess Principal is exemplified by this shot alone. This opening bit showcases the show's insanely cool aesthetic of a steampunky, gothic, London-based cute girl spy show. It really is plain rad. We have Anj here atop this factory looking down on a Victorian London with this unique old-timey scope, and she's in a top hat, a cape, and a skirt. It's sick, dog. This is just after a bumpin' OP, and it's backed by a soundtrack by Yuji Kojira. The other half of the appeal is a bit more under wraps, represented by a line of dialogue given by Anj later in episode 1. Spies are only told what they need to know. This line acts as a rulebook of how the narrative decides to give information to the viewer. The writing is adept at perfectly deciding what to reveal and what to keep secret to retain investment. There are no long exposition dumps because the fun of these cases is not knowing everything about them while they are progressing. Our main characters are taking orders, and more new details rise to the surface when they are discovered or become relevant to them. At the beginning, we get a perfectly concise overview of the premise. It's the turn of the 20th century, and alternate universe London exists within a new empire, Albion. This empire's power was garnered by the show's intriguing sci-fi element, the material Cavorite, which has special properties that allows for new abilities humans couldn't otherwise perform. A revolution broke out and divided the empire into an east and west, London lying right on the border where much of the espionage takes place. As you can see here, much of the reasons behind the revolution has yet to be detailed, the explanation of Cavorite is missing, there are still hidden secrets to this world. It does a great job letting us know exactly what is necessary to understand who our characters are fighting, but not the whys or hows, which is found out by watching each episode play out. The outcome of this technique is intrigue. I want to find out more about the war and the Cavorite, and each new episode the picture becomes clearer. Here's an example. From this point on, slight spoilers for the first 3 episodes. It is revealed to us in episode 1 the 4th Princess of Albion is working with the spies, which is very odd and probably dangerous for royalty to be involved with this operation at all. It's not until the next episode when we see how this current arrangement came to be. The origins of this deal are woven within this intense high-stakes mission that is made up of mostly dialogue. It's an impressive showcase of these spies' skills, working to accomplish a goal through trickery and diplomacy and not through straight-up fighting. I was really impressed. Learning the motivations of the princess was great payoff to the mystery that was established the episode before. Now we know why she's working with the spies, but then at the end, another breadcrumb is dropped as Anj and the princess seem to have a history. They know each other from childhood for one reason or another, and the intrigue is refueled. Now this relationship has a deeper layer to explore. But then boom, credits, okay, I'll watch another. This isn't the only thread of intrigue provided by episode 1, as every character introduced has something hinted at. Beatrice is shown configuring her voice to trick someone, which goes unexplained, but catches my attention. While later in episode 3, her voice starts to literally malfunction, and you see her run away desperately trying to fix this odd device in her throat. It is learned that she has a mechanical vocal cord system which was implanted into her by her crazy father, who would often use her as a test subject in his experiments. Well, that solves the voice issue, but now I'm like, well, let's learn more about that dude. How Princess Principal reveals information is incredibly effective. I can't say how satisfying it is to have a show in this genre that actually might be good. It's obvious this type of anime is something highly desired by the fandom, as every time something spy-oriented pops up, like last year's Joker game, we latch on pretty quickly. There's something enticing about spies, but unlike Joker game, the characters here seem interesting, and the designs in Princess Principal are way more memorable, and for Anj, just downright fantastic. I love it. It has an aesthetic that is highly detailed and a narrative that is also presented with a depth I look forward to discovering the details for. What really gives me hope is the world building details that you might miss. It's the little things that are given thought and serve as evidence for the show's consistent quality throughout its run. Let's see if Ichiro Akauchi's series composition in this new steampunk anime holds together better than his previous work Kabaneri. Or series structuring. Never seen that wording before, but okay. I enjoyed Kabaneri, but even early on it lacked a core logic to its world that may have spelled out its doom. The most otherworldly power presented in Princess Principal is this mysterious Cavorite. It seems to be some sort of mineral or element that can power flight. The spies are equipped with these small portable containers that allow them to pull off exciting maneuvers like this one here. Anj would later use the device again a few minutes later, but only once the refrigerating process is completed. Here exists a limit on its power as it overheats if used in long durations, which is why I love it when after she then performs her next stunt, she is again seen placing the ball back into the refrigeration chamber. Not much is made out of this, but it's oh so delightful to see. They seem quite seasoned even at their young age, so it is just a matter of course procedure, but having such a procedure exist is even a better sell. The variety of ways they utilize this Cavorite device excites me, as it has a logical outline surrounding a very sci-fi concept. In episode 2, it is used as a method of communication, and later in large-scale manufactures like propelling this military craft. It dedicates time and resources to focus in on the details. It'll show us exactly how Anja's little scope works, as it's unlike any scope I've seen. Whatever it is, I totally get it. She cycles through depth by changing which glass pieces are magnifying the image. No dialogue is needed to explain this because the design is so strong and thought out, it's immediate. Or how about the way her gun works, as it is unlike a normal revolver in the way that she instead cocks it to cycle through the chamber. I get why they changed these things, they look cooler and more steampunky now, but I appreciate the commitment to then prove its world's distinct qualities with logical explanations. An aesthetic so reliant on sick-looking machinery that also function conceptually multiplies the sickness for me. Cabaneri didn't often prove how things work, but they look so metal you don't even care at the beginning. As the contrivances pile up and more goes unexplained, it can be difficult to stay invested, and many by the show's end totally lost interest. It's in these tucked away details where Princess Principal shows promise. It's within the hidden secrets of its narrative and its world building, not just in its outward appearance. Thank you so much for watching. Summer season is finally here. I'm finally covering it, so if you don't want to miss me covering any more shows from the season, definitely subscribe. And I guess share the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter at Second Look Games.